My name is Ryan Strom. As I said, I'm the Vice President of Team Parks Construction. We're a Stewart-based full-service general contractor. We've been here since 1977. We do both commercial and residential work, and currently the majority of our workload is in Martin County. Blue Water Additions is the second CRA project we have completed or been involved with in the last 12 months. We also were involved with the Palm City Animal Clinic on Map Road. We've developed a strong relationship with CRA staff, Kevin Freeman, Ed Erfurt, as well as the Martin County Growth Management and Building Department. In a project like this, all those players are critical to coming out with an end product like we have here. Personally, I feel there is a value for businesses to at least investigate the opportunities or potential opportunities for both redevelopment and infill development in our county, and especially our CRAs. So with that, I'm going to just briefly introduce the rest of the project team, and then there's a little further discussion. Brett Zurich, who's manning the PowerPoint, is the project manager with me at Team Parks, and he was the project manager on this project for us. Malia Schramm is with Blue Water Additions. She is the art consultant and the artist liaison for Blue Water Additions. And with her is Jason Leonard of Blue Water Additions. He is the director of wide format. Dan Braden probably doesn't need an introduction, but he is the architect, and he's with Braden & Braden Architects. And Mike Flaw with Mike Flaw Landscape Architects was a landscape architect for this project. Next, I'm going to have Malia come up, and she's going to describe a little bit of the history of Blue Water Additions, what they do, and what their project needs were. Thank you.
Thanks.
You get both of us.
We're going to actually talk together. Jason's going to start.
Sure. Well, thanks for having us here. It's been fun. I only have a couple of minutes, but the last 5-6 months, I could probably go on for quite some time. But Blue Water Additions, the new facility, its intent was to be able to restructure our workflow and environment to grow our fine art division, where we just create fine art reproductions for artists throughout the whole world, as well as new innovative art that we do. As of about February, we added that division. So we wanted to consolidate that into one building. That was the purpose of the new facility, and incorporate a gallery, which Malia will tell you more about, where we can actually sell the art that we reproduce for the artist. So kind of last minute, we threw in there also our entire wide format division into that same facility. And to Brett and everybody's credit, they did an absolutely phenomenal job in working with us. A lot of changes as we moved along, a lot of oh, we said that last Thursday. Forget it. We're going with a whole new plan. And they were just so flexible and adaptive to our needs. So now that facility houses our wide format, which is for sign graphics throughout all over the country, all of our fine art reproduction work, and also a 1,600 foot square retail gallery, square foot retail gallery. So it's been very exciting.
So as Jason mentioned, Blue Water Additions we are an innovative fine art and photographic printing business, as well as a gallery. And we print for artists all over the world. And the gallery, we exhibit and sell 13 local artists' work. We sell work by Dan Mackin, Christina de la Vega, Dennis Alfieri, Krim Rodi, I'm sure many names that you may recognize. And we sell their limited editions. And one of the challenges of this project for us was, really how do we, and Don Mader, the owner, how do we renovate this building and make it, take this old bank and repurpose it and make it look like something new that reflects who we want to be and who we are as a business, and doesn't look like a renovated bank building with a filled-in drive-through. So again, to Team Parks and Dan Braden's credit, we were able to do that, and I think really we reached our goal of making something, creating something that fits in with the area and fits our needs as well. We also worked with several local professionals and businesses. We worked with Dana Small, who's a local designer and also owns Matilda's downtown. She helped us with the interior and exterior design. We contracted several contractors to build our furniture. One of the things that I think really changed the space for the gallery end of things was we pushed the ceilings up and eliminated the drop ceilings. We picked, the color choices, I think, were very important. So all of those things came together, and I think we ended up meeting our goals. So. Is that it? Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you all. We, as the chairman, I think I speak for everybody in the board here, we really appreciate people coming in and doing things in our CRAs. It's a pleasure to see a building that's upgraded the way that you've done it, and I hope you sell a lot of art. Yeah. Any other comments? Or Dan, are you going to come up and say a few golden words? All right.
We approached this project with the fact that we wanted to be cost effective and spend the money where you'd see it. I mean, the important thing with this building was that the flat facade we increased by putting the covered porches all the way across the front. We came closer to the street. We helped what the CRA requires, but also it's going to allow them to have outdoor display and outdoor art situations. And there's certain places where we pushed it even further out to create little art areas. As far as the interior, we basically gutted the place and took everything up as far as we could. And it was pretty easy. The construction of the building was pretty easy because it's just a large box. So we didn't have to spend a lot of money to scrape off the ugly. Sometimes causes a lot. And working with Team Parks was always pretty easy because everybody was on the same page. And working with the CRA, they made it easy. We were able to avoid some of the pitfalls of development in Martin County where you kind of lose 3 or 4 months at a time to get to the point you wanted to start in the first place. We've been here since 1968. I've worked in a lot of CRAs. In fact, I found it interesting that the Habitat for Humanity houses were up because where I'm on the board, and those 2 houses are going to be our 97th and 98th in the county. So that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is indeed a beautiful building, and because it's right there on Dixie Highway between the city and we get to drive by it every day, and you did an excellent job. It's fun. It's just a real nice looking building, and I'm excited to see it. When do you guys open, or are you open? You're open, okay.
Great. Well, I'm last, so I'll be quick. Mike Flaw. I'm a landscape architect. I have been for 2 decades here. Been in Stewart since '79. So in this project, it's a great-looking building, as you can see, and probably the knee-jerk reaction would be, let's throw a lot of hibiscus and impatiens and make it cute, because it's a fun-looking building, it's a happy building, it's not a, that sort of thing. But that wouldn't be really in keeping with, I think, the mission of Southeastern Printing. They've won multiple awards for their green policies and the way they think over there. And I know Don personally, as everybody does, he's a good guy, and his wife. And their thinking is, I think, a lot more along the lines of doing things a little bit more thoughtfully. So we went about it in both the sense of place. We're in Port Salerno, we're in Florida, but also had a heightened sensitivity to the plant palette and using an 100% native. So it's not, the wow factor is not there now. It will come in time as it fills in. But this is the kind of landscape that's not going to be depleting our water resources or polluting our rivers with fertilizer. This is a landscape you theoretically could have seen if you were riding a horse 300 years ago through Port Salerno. So we used a mix of coastal plants and upland plants, and I'm excited about it. And again, it doesn't have the wow factor that it could have with a lot of frilly little flowers, but I think in a reasonable amount of time, it's really going to become exciting. So anyway, I was really excited to be part of the project, and again, the team was fantastic to work with. So thank you.
Thank you.
I guess at this point now we're open for questions. Is that
Right? Okay, I'm going to have my seat and like that. Any questions for the group or
No, for
any
me,
other
I'm
comments?
excited. Can you do that next door to us on Jefferson?
We'll send you a proposal.
Talk to Kevin.
Is the building LEED certified, or did it adhere to some of the principles of green building?
We did. We always try to adhere to some of the resource material content, the recycled content and recyclability of the debris, but it is not LEED certified or Florida Green Building Coalition certified.
Okay. It's beautiful.
Thanks. I think you all did a good job, and thank you for stepping up. That's a good thing.